originally when we got back together was 5 of us, and I actually got married 2 years ago, and it was my stag night, and I just invited everyone, and I think it's the first opportunity that we'd all had to sort of get together, and it was great. It was really, really great fun to get back together. We had a couple of beers, and it became a very late night actually, and we started talking in the early hours of the morning over a couple of beers, like how much fun it would be to do it again. And it's kind of very natural. It wasn't like a phone around. It wasn't like that. It was just a couple of beers and sounded like a good idea.
I think a lot of us hadn't even thought about getting back together for
You hadn't really,
for years and years. It's sort of one of those things. It was left where it was left, and it was definitely time to move on. And it just, trickled.
My stag night was It was the end of October, 2008, and Joe phoned me, and I remember it'd be the first week of January. It was just after like New Year, and said, right, let's get back together, shall we? I was like, wasn't really expecting it, to be honest.
Yeah, no, well, I'll tell you what, I'm very pleased, and I know we've just put a bit up on the website, and then with the comments, we had a good few people just commenting and saying, went too much, but a lot of people were very happy about it.
I mean, it's we've done a few gigs here and there, tests, and we've had some real young kids in the audience going, you were our mum's favourite band. And I mean, so many things have changed in the time that we've not made records or anything like that, but I don't think we're really trying to come back with too much of it's got to be like this. It's just, we actually just realised that we all still love playing music together, and it still sounds like something we can
I think it's super.
Some enjoyment.
I think it's super important as well on this record that we made a record that we really loved. That it was got to be something we could personally put on and be really proud of. Not that we haven't done that before, but I think that's when you really know if something's going in the right direction, if you like it yourself. I think it's a bit of a worry if you don't.
Yeah, no, definitely. And with the funding from this, the underwriter fund. I mean, what exactly? How exactly is it all this?
Underwriters.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Is it?
Underwriter private investor fund.
That's what the fund's called. Right, factually correct.
Thank God for that. Is that sort of that puts? How does it work, and how much does it mean that you've got much more control than you had? Let's say.
That side of it means everything really. I mean, we were signed to Sony before, and I think the first album we kind of got left to make the album we wanted to make. By the time we got to the second one, it was a lot more expected of us, and the label wanted us to be one thing. We thought we were something else, and then the kind of diluted thing that met in the middle, it wasn't necessarily something we were massively happy with, or something they were. It was kind of so this time around to be able to actually make a lot of decisions, with the team around us and stuff like that, and make the record that we want to make, that we knew we were capable of making. It's been it's incredible. I don't think actually any of us really wanted to walk back into that same situation where it was the record company standing there going let's have a Dance in the Moonlight Part 2, because that was we wanted the Achilles Heel Part 2, not necessarily that. So
we made a lot of decisions back in the day when we were Sony that were really big decisions, but they didn't particularly feel like big decisions. I remember making one decision about a remix for Dancing in the Moonlight, and it was by a remix group called Stargate, who were really successful, big. They've done Britney Spears, and we were in the back of a people carrier, and we were in Germany, and we were travelling from like one gig to the hotel, wherever. I didn't even know where we were travelling. I just remember being in the back of a people carrier, and our manager just turning around at the time and saying they want to do a remix of Dancing in the Moonlight. We're like, what's it for? Oh, it's for Radio 1 want to play a remix, and we were like, okay, well, fine. And it's just one of those off the cuff, just yeah, that sounds like whatever. Is that a big deal? It's not really, is it? And then it actually was a big deal, because we sort of took a song that had already been really successful, and we let someone else sort of have their stamp, and it didn't need to happen. I think now we're a bit older, and I think we really like to make decisions, and we love making decisions with the label we're with, because they think like we do, and that's the difference. You're with Sony, and they think about things very differently from artists, very differently.
Yeah, and I mean now, let's say for like first single and that sort of thing.
Well,
is that a sort of joint decision, or is that?
I think so. Hopefully we're in a position.
We haven't decided yet.
It's a nice problem to have, where hopefully there's a few of them that would all could be a first single, but. Yeah, I don't know. We've got to have that. I mean, we're getting to the end of the mix. I think we can actually sit down and go, right, this is. And then maybe, but it's difficult, isn't it?
We went into the very beginning process, the start of this album in September, And I would have put all the money in the world on the fact that I knew what the first single was going to be, and I think we all would. It's just, you know, some of the tracks have been surprised, sounding even better than we expected. So now it's, I think, a little bit more complicated picking first single. So that's a good problem to have, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's better than sitting there going, "Oh God, we haven't got one," you know. So.
I mean, if you had, you know, if they were all good enough, would you release 10 singles?
Yeah, no,
why not?
No. I'm such a
that sounds like
traditionalist.
Sony. That's what. Yeah.
I'm a bit of a traditionalist. I think it's, I think it's great. I think the first single was really important. It's a reflection on the rest of the record, I think.
Yeah, no, definitely.
It's what people. It's the front cover of the album, isn't it?
But do you know? Have you got actually a release date for the album yet, or?
I think the album's around May.
2012.
Yeah, May. Yeah, May. I don't know exactly release date yet as such.
And I don't know, saying a mini tour, sort of. Is that all? Anything can you say
Yeah,
about that?
we got whatever this first single will be around March, and then we're going to do a few dates around that.
We've got to learn how to play it,
yeah. Yeah, learn how to play it, yeah. And then to say that the album in May, and then another some more dates around that, and then hopefully, I mean, you know, one of the big things with us is we'd love to get out and play some festivals, and you know, it's something we used to really enjoy.
Yeah, no.
And I think you know, a lot of these songs will translate into that sort of environment, hopefully.
Great stuff. And I just saw you're playing at this feeling. Is that going to be your first sort of date then? Is it for
it's going to be
after the album?
Yeah, it's going to be the first date where these songs are going to be nailed and we can play them. And
yeah, it's a big gig for us. That, you know, it's
like this weekend. Funny enough.
Oh, right.
It's a great club, but I really love it. Yeah.
I think for us that night will probably signify the beginning of the whole, you know, of the album campaign, if there is such a thing as that. You know, I think that really will be the first night of it. Really, you know, from then on in, I'd like to think that was. I'm looking forward to that gig because it's like you say, you know, you've just spent 3 months recording this album. That's like such an intense experience, and you, at some point, you do actually want to go and play it to people live. So that's going to be a big night.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I don't know. Is that thanks a lot for your time, by the way. Is there anything else that you'd like to say to Music News readers?
Hello.
No, I mean, we're very excited about it. I mean, as I say, for a long while there, it didn't ever sort of look like there was going to be ever be another Toploader album. But I think, you know, hopefully people are going to really enjoy what we've made. We're really proud of it, and I think that's, you know, that's, if nothing else, then that's a great thing to be able to say that you're, you know, really proud of what you've done.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, definitely. And I just wanted to mention on the website you've got the slow version of Dancing in the Moonlight. Then is that? I mean, why did you put that on there now? Is that quite a recent thing?
Yeah, no, actually, that was like done 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
To be honest. But I think we obviously didn't want to put anything brand new on yet because it's not been mixed, and also, you know, it's about. I think that was almost a way of really drawing a line under the Dancing in the Moonlight, the different thing, and it's kind of a little bit of a slightly darker version, and I think, you know, that was great. That would be a nice, it's a really lovely version of it, and I think that it's a nice way of going, right, that's kind of the full stop after that period, and now it's kind of about, you know, the new album, and also it's winter and it's kind of Christmassy, and, you know, I thought it would be a nice thing to put on it. It's a free download on the
I think the most important thing is that we wanted to give something to the fans to launch our website, you know, because we think that's a great. People get it free if they want any music now. So to give something to somebody through your own website, I think is lovely. And I think, you know, there's no denying that Dancing in the Moonlight is our most famous and most popular song. So I think it's a really nice idea to. I mean, we were blown away. Joe just sat there and said, "I think I've got this great version of Dancing in the Moonlight." I was like, "Oh God, don't bring that!" But it was really, I love it.
No.
I listened to it a lot.
Yeah, it's quite a radical departure, isn't it?
Yeah.
From the original, which was...
I'm not quite sure it would have been the same level of hit in that style, but you know, who knows?
Yeah, but now why not?
Exactly.
And happy birthday, by the way, for next week, 24th.
Geez, you know what? I haven't even thought about that. How sad is that? I mean,
It's been in mixed mode.
That's so weird. I've been sort of half thinking about it. Yeah, completely. Thanks for reminding me.
But is it a good thing or a bad bit of a bum having grown up 24th of December and your birthday?
Up until I was about 15, it was a nightmare. You just get too presents for everyone. And once you get to sort of pub age, it's brilliant because everyone's out on the lash.
Yeah, that's true.
So that was fun. And now it's, God, I don't know, it's too old to think about it.
I actually have to start thinking about other things except for Toploader album as from today. After tonight, when we leave the studio, it'll be the last time.
And this is it? Last day?
Yeah, for us, yeah.
Of course, great stuff. Okay, well, thanks a lot. Superb.
Take care.
Nice one, man.
Thanks.
Wicked.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.